sometimes the fear won't go away, so you'll have to do it afraid. That is facts. Collective. Some of you guys out there have an idea. Some of you guys out there have something that God has planted a seed in your mind, that you've been pondering about. You've been thinking about for quite some time. This could be something that you've been thinking about for quite a few years, a few months, but it's something that you've been thinking about for, you've had some time, and you have a great idea. You have something that if you put into fruition and creation, it'll be a masterpiece. It'll be what the world is needing. The world is waiting on you. This is your message, collective. The world is waiting on you to create. Okay? And you're afraid of failure. You're afraid of what other people might think. And, even though this quote says you'll have to do it afraid, yes, it's true. Eventually you're going to have to get to that point where you're going to have to figure out, is like, am I going to just sit on this and let it pass me by, or am I going to push through and just do it anyway, And anything that you're afraid to do, anything that you're fearful of, the opposite of fear is love. So as long as you're approaching things in life with love and good intentions, the outcome is always going to be in your favor, So just because you might be afraid of somebody, or you might be afraid to do something, or afraid of pursuing something, if you approach that with love and with the best intentions, then your outcome will always be in your favor. It may not be the outcome that you're expecting. It may not be the outcome that you want, but it will most certainly be an outcome that you will be satisfied with. Because when you show up with love and you show up with good intentions, that's the energy that you're putting out. That's the energy that you are manifesting, right? And so that it has no choice but to show up. It has no choice but to react and respond to how you are intending it to, right? And so I just wanted to get on here and encourage you guys that who were thinking about certain things, but who are afraid to start it. Maybe you've shared ideas or shared your interests with other people, and they projected their insecurities onto you, or they projected their fear onto you, right? Their limitations. So now it has you thinking, it has you in your head, it has you second guessing and doubting yourself. And so this is just to confirm that you have to do it. That this is your message. If you are listening to this means that yes, that idea, you need to work on that idea, you need to pursue it. That decision, yes, it's trust in yourself, collective. Trust in yourself, and don't be afraid be afraid of what will happen if you don't do it. Be afraid of looking up years down the line and seeing somebody else thriving in doing what you wanted to do. This was me too, collective. For years, I've always wanted to use my voice and be a voice for people who can't speak up. And, I would either just think about it or be afraid of it. I was insecure in my voice. I didn't really like how I sounded. I still had things I needed to work on in life. So many distractions, you know what I'm saying? And I was just so afraid. But eventually you get to a point where I started seeing a lot of people doing what I wanted to do, being the voice that I wanted to be, and I seen how successful they were. So I'm watching their lives continue to elevate, and I'm watching my life pass me by. So eventually I got to a point where I said, you know what? I can do this. This is meant for me. I know I'm supposed to do it. If it keeps coming up into your psyche and your mind, but those fears just are attached to it, that's those intrusive thoughts trying to stop you from what it is that you're supposed to do. Okay, guys? But you're going to have to push through that fear and just say, F it, I'm going to do it anyway. Because if you don't do it, then you'll always be in regret, thinking of what life would be like if you did pursue it. And it's never too late, guys. It's never too late. That's my other message right now. It's not too late. If you're listening to this message, if you got up today, now is your chance to do it. It's not too late. So don't be afraid because of your age, or don't be afraid because of any superficial thing that you might think could hold you back. Do it anyway. Now's the time, guys. Okay? I really hope that this hits home for some of you and encourages you to really get on and start to do what it is that you are supposed to do, guys. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. I want you a part of my tribe. And if you're returning, I freaking love y'all. Thank y'all so much for continuing to support me. Y'all know I love loyalty, and y'all are loyal AF, okay? This is Kar. I'm signing out. I will talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.